Exploring the city and seeing everything that I have only heard from visitors growing up is really exciting for me. I know it's nothing that special here in Baldur's Gate, but you have to understand, from my perspective, where I was basically stuck in one place all my life and never saw anything outside of Candle Keep, this really is all new and interesting for me. Other than the sewers, we haven't seen too much in terms of what an adventurer would call action, though we have gotten into a few fights here in the city. In all cases, we did the right thing. I seem to have a knack for running into trouble or trouble finding me. Either way, there are a lot of bad people that we encounter. It feels good to correct the worst of them. It astonishes me just how often we run into evil mages. Ragefast, I only know from convincing him to release the nymphs, so I can't say anything about him. But Ramazith, this Yago who was draining the life from a fellow mage's daughter, the mages that support the Iron Throne, the bounty hunter mages, the red wizards of Thay, etc. It seems so common out here in the world. I grew up thinking the world of mages, even though I had never had any interest in becoming one. My father, of course, being my role model for them. I guess recent experience has been challenging my view of mages, especially Nira. I don't think she fits in either good or bad, but she certainly is unpredictable. I thought that all those years of learning to control their power would have tempered their desires to harm others out of evil intent. I've read of bad wizards and heard rumors of them from visitors in Candle Keep, but it was rare. I guess I still have some growing up to do. Alright.
Fine.
Well, this is an inn, but it's not the nicest looking inn. I wonder if there's anybody upstairs. Afterwards, we'll continue on our search throughout the city.
A simple matter.
Exploring everywhere. We are looking for the... Who's this? We're looking for the helm and cloak, and I believe it's called that.
Hi, friend.
Do you have them? Beg your pardon, what do you mean? Never mind, wrong person. What was that about? I think that was some kind of shady character. Oh, why is there a jelly in here? The jelly in this room. Well, that was strange. Seems Imlin has become more skilled. Very skilled at being a thief. Okay, let's go back.
A simple matter.
Let's go back out in the streets.
Fine. Fine.
Explore the rest of this area right now. Ilmater Shrine? Well, they make you give away all your possessions. What could be in here? A beggar.
Such mean.
It's the only person in here.
Arms for the boy.
Party thy ladyship, but I've not eaten into nigh unto 3 days. Spare a coin? Take this coin, you poor creature. You're a saint, my lady. And there's no one here to sell services or potions or scrolls. That's it. That really is a poor, very poor temple. It's actually the worst I've ever seen, but what do you expect from a god to Ilmater? Or sorry, a temple to Ilmater, I should say. Okay, so we haven't been to this section, or really this section, this whole area over here. We partially looked around here.
A simple matter.
It's when we went to see the silver, enter our silver shields. Tavern and inn. Who's Quinn? Why is that marked down on my map?
You can count on me.
Such menial tasks.
Hello?
Fine.
Something on your mind?
There's some Ankegs causing chaos upriver, along the east bank just north of that bitch priestess. They took down my pal Nestor, and dang near hauled me under too. That's why I'm so glum now. Nestor's mama's gonna want something of his to bury, and I'm still getting too many nightmares and all to go back there. Nestor. We have a dagger with his name carved into it. We will seek for signs of your friend, lad. No. We have... Here. That's Nestor's daggers you got there. I saw him drive it between the plates of an ankeg before it pulled him under. Here, take this gem of mine, and... we had come to the city to pawn it before things all went wrong. His mama's gonna be real grateful to you. Oh. Okay. Oh, that just worked out
A
oddly.
simple matter.
Helm and cloak. That's the place we were looking for. And if it's a nice inn, we'll stay there for the night. There's a little... Oh. Yeah, we already stayed at an inn. It's,
A
quite
simple
early.
matter.
But if we have a good time, we can stay here. It is a nice place. Very nice. What's this waiter doing out there?
Yes?
Please do not distract me, good patron. I have orders to fill amongst the regulars. This whole area is empty, except for the people at the bar and the bartenders
A simple
taking
matter.
care of them. Well, that's a little odd.
Stand back and watch
Such menial
this.
tasks.
Hello.
Hello, pal.
I share a glass with Gorpel Hind and his band of merry fools. Oh, so you're Gorpel Hind. I've heard of you.
You need something, stranger?
Ahoy, fellow adventurers. Come share a glass with Gorpel Hind and his band of merry fools. Seated with me are Farluck the Fearless, Turpin the Roaring Ranger, and Neelik, the most devious and fiendish of thieves. We owe him money, so he gets the good title. But away with these meager introductions. Sidle up to the bar and tell us a tall tale of your latest adventures. Well, we've been through the Cloakwood and fought our way through every level of a guarded and secret iron mine at its heart. There are mages at every turn, casting lightning bolts and fireballs into the heart of our party before stepping through their dimension doors to renew their attacks from another flank. Aye, there is loss and carnage, but I revel in the memory of it still. Iron mines in the Cloakwood, your tales are tall indeed, and we are richer for the telling. Consider yourselves honorary members of the Merry Fools, and may ale and friendship always flow within these hallowed halls. A toast, you drunkards, to Orin and the winsome souls that surround us now.
I'll crush your face, I will.
Who's
Make
this?
you dead and done.
Clear the way for Gretek and the Maulers of Undermountain. Huh. If you truly be Maulers of Undermountain, you can clear your own way. I don't sweep the streets before common braggarts. No one stands between the Maulers and their ale. Ready your weapons, men. We have some garbage to pick up. Right here in the middle of the city in an inn? That is a little... There's a mage over there.
Fine.
That is a little outlandish, but that's the way you want it.
Your wish?
Let's see. Nira,
Stand back and watch this.
actually, Nira, just, no, got a lot of these wands. Just fear these fools. Well, that went fast. Haste really helped. Oh, there's still a little halfling feared.
Such menial tasks.
A brave and hearty fight, and it was good to share it with you. We must go, however, and tend to our wounds elsewhere. I do not think the bartender will tolerate our type of merriment for long. Well met, brave Orin, and do not walk softly into that dark night. I'm glad none of you fell. It's just these fools.
Such menial tasks.
Yeah, we didn't actually have all the defensive spells I'd normally like for when we go into battle. But one of the mages or cleric could have done a lot of damage to us. Tearing us up in the middle with fear or hold person, who knows? Well, hold person we have no defense against, but regardless, they could have done damage. Well, fortunately, Fortunate that they didn't.
You can count on me.
There's a lot of things here. Lots of things. Bracers of defense. Now, is this better than what you're using? No, it's not. It is not. Let's give it so we can sell. Venturous robe, sell it. Knave's robe, sell it. Arrow of ice, give it to Imoen. Bracers, bracers. Oh, she doesn't have any other identify spells at the moment. We have these good berries. I always wonder what they taste like, actually. So you have a gem.
Uh-huh.
I think that's about it. Long sword. Sell it.
Fine.
Well, I wouldn't say that that was fun, but it was fun beating them. Thankfully, no one innocent was really hurt. Good eve, the Helm and Cloak stands ready to serve thee in a swift and relaxing manner. I trust you are aware that our provender is a touch more pricey than some of these lesser respected inns about town. This is true, though I have always maintained that you get what you pay for. Is there anything I can do for you? Yes. Well, we're looking around for some reason.
Hello?
You there, this is my kitchen. I don't like interlopers, so get out. What is it? Gorak. That very, Gorak the disease. When I offered to cure Gorak the disease, he asked me to fetch his brother's skull and its hiding place from behind a painting of 3 old kegs. Oh, this is the Helm and Cloak. Then Gorak wants me to present Karif's skull to Agnesian Ladies' Hall. I can't wait to hear what she has to say about that. So we are in the wrong inn. But anyways, we'll go explore
We
upstairs.
follow the righteous path. The
A
path
simple
of
matter.
hell.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Anyone has spotted a trapped, locked, or tracked part of the picture? What's this helmet? Some kind of helmet. Identify it later. There's
Fine.
some magical enchantment around it. Okay, so how do we get down?
Fine.
There's these stairs over here. I take they lead to a different part of the inn.
Fine.
Hello.
I should have joined.
Frightfully sorry, but this room is off limits for the time being. No offense intended, you understand. It's just that we'd rather a nervous guest who insists that the room be kept under strictest lock and key. Frightfully sorry, but you cannot pass. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll leave.
Such menial tasks. A simple matter.
Okay, so we're looking for 3 old kegs, which we have not come across. So we'll explore here and then maybe see the other 2 ends of this section of the city.
Hey, friend. Good to meet a fine sod such as yourself.
Have you heard? The question of declaring war on Am is being put before the Duke's Council? Oh no. What do you think the decision will be? The Dukes are too set in their ways, too comfortable there. This is all just part of their cat-and-mouse game with Am to negotiate a better deal on the iron trade. Still, the suggestion of war has only been that until now, a suggestion, not an eventuality brought to the table to be considered. Yeah. Well, it does sound like they've taken another step towards war, which we've been trying to prevent since I left Candle Keep. Okay, let's go to the west. This looks like an important person's house. It's actually in my map of the city. Degrodel's house?
What is it this time?
Gotcha.
Come on.
What?
Okay, this may be a bad
A
thing to
simple
go in
matter.
here, but who knows. Oh, we've got some kind of Doom Guards, Helmed Whores.
I shall commit to the task.
Yes, a simple matter.
I'll do it.
Thy temper shield.
My turn to save the day.
Give us victory.
Immune to my damage. Okay, well. There's 2. Okay, we'll help over here. Need your aid, Nira.
You rang?
These are very tough. Ow. There's one behind me, too. How many of them are there? Okay. It's time to start using better potions. One is down.
What is it?
After much concentrating on it.
What?
Tempest, give us victory!
I'll do it.
Ow. That's it. Using oil of speed.
My honor is my right.
My blood.
Invisible stalkers is what we're up against. We can't barely even see them. Okay, one is down. One that, surprisingly, that Rasad was fighting. Ouch. Okay.
Yes.
Just the one invisible stalker left.
What you want?
Use your sword on it. Ouch.
What is it?
It's dead. Okay, so I'm gonna try a magic arrow. Still, my arrows don't seem to affect it. Try this arrow. Immune to my damage. I cannot seem to affect this thing. This is quite a test for our group. Nira has no more direct damage spell. She can hold it, but it's a magical construct. I don't think it will do anything. Finally. Now, why is this home so well guarded? You know what, to tell you the truth, Rasad did very well in that fight. Surprisingly. Some of these good berries. Oh, they taste good. That's probably why they're named good berries. I think Nira conjured these up in one of her wild surges. Okay. Well, let's search the house.
Gotcha.
I actually don't have too many magical... At least I don't have too many magical arrows. Oh, Nera has... Or sorry, Imoen has quite a few. Okay.
You can count on me.
Such menial tasks.
Oh, there's one in this room over here.
Your life shall be mine.
Use my sword.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, she has the regeneration gem on her forehead. Beneath her hood. Oh. This must be
Such
the owner of the
menial
house.
tasks.
Hello?
You need something,
You
stranger?
have done well to bypass all of my guardians. I should be angry with you, but to be truthful, I have been on the lookout for skilled adventurers, so I would ask you, do you wish to help me in a task, or would you rather die? What is it you want us to do? First of all, my name is Degrodel. I can only assume that you're Orin, the adventurer who has been stirring up so much trouble in the recent past. Now that introductions are done, let us get down to business. My task is very simple. Some years ago, an evil band of mercenaries were all petrified while trying to break into the home of Ramazith. For those of you with a limited vocabulary, petrified means turned to stone. Anyhow, one of those adventurers had in his possession an item of power, the Helm of Baldurian. Ramazith didn't know this at the time, and so, after turning them all to stone, he simply sold their bodies to an art collector living in the heart of Baldur's Gate. What I would like you to do is to find these statues, turn them back to flesh, and take the item. How did you come by this information? How I came by this information is unimportant. Suffice to say, no one else knows of this, and I would like to keep it that way. How much are we going to be paid to do this to do you this service? You will be paid 5,000 gold for the service. This is a kingly sum, so I won't barter with you about the amount. Okay, so how do we turn them from stone back to flesh? Very simple, really. I will give you these 6 scrolls of stone to flesh. Use them on the statues when you find them. The estate can be found just west of the fairgrounds in the center of town. Good luck, and don't entertain any thoughts about betraying me. It could be very hazardous to your health.
Such menial tasks.
I'm not really afraid of one wizard by himself, but he may bring more of his minions
Such
to
menial
help him,
tasks.
so never underestimate him as a wizard. Never. And this is what my father used to tell me. You could be shooting your bow at them, and all of a sudden, your arrows don't do any harm to them. This is another wealthy person's house. Hello.
A simple matter.
No one's here. Well, I don't plan to rob the place, but I would like to search to see if the owner is here. Oh, who's this? 2 little girls?
I want my mom.
Hi, I'm Laerta. That's my twin sister, Louise. Mom and Dad don't believe us, but there's a boogeyman that comes and looks in our window every night. We're real glad we're twins, because if there were only one of us, then there'd be no one to hold on to when we get scared. Oh, who's this boogeyman?
Leave us alone, will you? Nothing for you here.
My name is Gervais, and as you can tell, I'm a mage. The 2 young girls within that fateful room face a dark and uncertain future. They have already come under the eye of a powerful druid who goes by the name of Voltine. She has polymorphed herself into what I know not, in an effort to infiltrate the house and abduct the twins in the night. Please believe me, Voltine must be found, or the twins are in grave danger indeed. Okay, so...
A simple matter.
do you believe us about the boogeyman? I guess so. What are we supposed to do about this? Laerta and Louise. I don't believe in boogeyman, but I've seen enough in my travels to believe that there's something out there, and I don't like the sounds of it. That's wrote down exactly how I feel. And this must be Voltine.
Yeah?
How impertinent of you to spy on a lady as she's changing. My name is Voltine Boulet, but you may call me Voltine if you wish. There is a dirty old mage in these parts. His name is Gervais, and he lurks around at night, peering in through people's windows. As it is a hobby you seem to share, may I presume that you are close acquaintances? No.
Yeah?
I don't have the patience to play your silly games. Okay, so what's going on? Who's the actual boogeyman? It is the graveyard shift, is it not, my friend? I pray you find Voltine soon, as it cannot be long before she makes her move. Okay, well, maybe the twins would know who did it. Who's the one that looks through the window? Do you believe us about the boogeyman? I do, but which is the one that did it? I haven't spoken to
I
Louise.
want my mommy.
Yes, I believe about the boogeyman. Don't have the patience to play your silly games, so what am I supposed to do about this? The young twins, Laertes and Louise, claim that a boogeyman watches them through the window. I don't know. They're both calling each other.
I shall commit to the task.
Calling
I
out each other. There goes my
A simple
super
matter.
speed. Okay. I don't know. I trust the woman.
Leave us alone, will you? Nothing for you here.
Such menial tasks.
So you prove yourself to be of use. After all, as I told you, Gervais was a Degrodel man, and this city is safer without him. Here, allow me to give you this wand as a thank you for your services rendered. Oh, I've never seen a wand like this. Too bad we can't
What?
identify it.
Fine.
Oh, let's just speak to
Fine.
one of the little twins. Do you believe it's about the boogeyman? Yes, 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 we do. There. Let's just leave.
A simple matter.
Okay, so we have this area and this area to explore.